You wake up early, you try to stay positive. You watch motivational videos. You tell yourself that this will be your year, and yet nothing truly changes. The money is not where you want it to be. The confidence is not strong enough. The opportunities don't seem to come. And slowly, a silent frustration grows inside you. You start asking yourself, why am I not successful yet? The painful part is this: you're trying, you're not lazy, you're not careless. So what's missing? The truth is, the biggest reasons you're not successful are invisible. They're not obvious mistakes. They're silent patterns running in the background of your life. The first invisible reason is lack of clarity. Most people say they want success, but they cannot clearly define what success means to them. Do you want financial freedom, influence, peace of mind, a specific income number, a certain lifestyle? Without clarity, your effort becomes scattered. You chase random opportunities. You switch goals every few months. You start something, then abandon it because something else looks better. Clarity is powerful because it filters distractions. Successful people are not always more talented. They are more focused. They know exactly what they are building, and that clarity gives their actions direction. The second invisible reason is a weak self-identity. You might say you want to be wealthy, confident, disciplined, or powerful. But deep down, how do you see yourself? If you still identify as someone who is average, unlucky, or not that smart, your behavior will secretly match that identity. Your identity controls your standards. If you see yourself as ordinary, you will tolerate ordinary results. Real success begins when you upgrade how you see yourself. When your identity changes, your habits naturally follow. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your self-image. Another hidden reason you're not successful yet is that you addicted to comfort without realizing it. Comfort does not always look like laziness. Sometimes it looks like staying in a stable job you dislike because it feels safe. Sometimes it looks like avoiding difficult conversations. Sometimes it looks like scrolling on your phone after a long day instead of investing in your skills. Comfort slowly weakens ambition. Growth requires tension. If your life feels too comfortable, chances are you're not stretching yourself enough to grow. The next invisible reason is fear disguised as logic. Many people convince themselves they are being realistic when, in fact, they are being afraid. They say, now is not the right time. I need more preparation. What if it doesn't work? These thoughts sound logical, but they often hide fear of failure, rejection, or embarrassment. Fear keeps you in planning mode forever. It keeps you researching instead of acting. Success requires action before you feel fully ready. The invisible prison of fear is one of the biggest reasons people stay stuck. Another powerful reason is inconsistency. You might work hard for a week, then lose momentum. You feel inspired after watching something motivational, but a few days later, you fall back into old habits. Success is not built on bursts of motivation. It is built on boring, repetitive, consistent action. The invisible damage happens when you constantly restart. Every time you quit and begin again, you lose compound growth. The most successful people are not the most motivated, they are the most consistent. Environment is another invisible factor shaping your success. The people you spend time with influence your standards more than you realize. If everyone around you complains, avoids risk, and settles for average results, you will slowly adapt to that mindset. If your environment normalizes mediocrity, you will unconsciously accept it. Success is easier when your environment supports growth. This includes your physical space, your digital environment, and your social circle. Change your environment, and you often change your trajectory. Another hidden reason is lack of high-value skills. The world does not pay you for effort. It pays you for value. If you have not developed skills that solve real problems, your income and impact will stay limited. Many people stay stuck because they focus only on working harder instead of becoming more valuable. Skills like communication, sales, leadership, problem-solving, and digital literacy create leverage. Without leverage, your effort stays small. With leverage, your effort multiplies. One more invisible reason is comparison. Social media has made it easy to compare your beginning to someone else's middle. You see others succeeding, traveling, building businesses, and achieving goals, and you feel behind. Comparison drains confidence. It makes you question your progress. Instead of focusing on your own path, you become distracted by someone else's timeline. Success is personal. When you compare constantly, you lose focus and emotional stability. The only comparison that matters is who you were yesterday. Another silent reason you're not successful yet is that you avoid uncomfortable feedback. Feedback reveals weaknesses. It exposes areas where you need improvement. But many people protect their ego instead of improving their performance. They avoid criticism, they get defensive. Growth requires humility. The fastest way to level up is to identify your weaknesses and fix them. When you avoid feedback, you avoid evolution. You might also be stuck because you lack long-term thinking. Many people want quick wins. They want fast money, fast recognition, fast transformation. When results take longer than expected, they switch direction. They abandon projects before they mature. True success compounds slowly. It often looks invisible in the beginning. Long-term thinking allows you to endure short-term discomfort. Without patience, you quit before the breakthrough. Another invisible barrier is poor energy management. Success requires energy, physical, mental, and emotional. If you neglect your health, sleep poorly, eat badly, and allow stress to dominate your mind, your performance suffers. You might have ambition, but without energy, ambition fades. High performers protect their energy like an asset. They understand that clarity, creativity, and productivity depend on physical well-being. You tell yourself you'll start next week. But delay compounds just like progress does. Every postponed action pushes success further away. Procrastination is also an invisible thief of success. It feels harmless in the moment. You delay a task until tomorrow. You postpone a decision. The longer you delay, the heavier the task feels. Procrastination is often rooted in fear or perfectionism. Waiting for the perfect moment is a trap. Action creates clarity, not the other way around. Another hidden reason is lack of self-discipline in private. Many people perform well when others are watching, but true success is built in private moments. It's built when you choose work over distraction, growth over entertainment, focus over comfort. Your private habits determine your public results. If your discipline disappears when no one is watching, your progress will remain inconsistent. You may also be stuck because you underestimate the power of focus. Trying to do everything at once spreads your energy thin. You start multiple projects, learn multiple skills, and chase multiple opportunities. Divided attention weakens progress. Focus creates mastery. Mastery creates authority. Authority creates success. Simplify your goals. Choose one main direction. Commit deeply. Another invisible factor is negative self-talk. The words you repeat in your mind shape your reality. If your inner voice constantly tells you that you're behind, not good enough, or destined to struggle, those thoughts affect your actions. Your mind believes what you repeat. Replace limiting thoughts with empowering ones. Speak to yourself as someone who is building something meaningful. Sometimes you're not successful yet because you're playing too small. You set goals that feel safe. You aim for outcomes that don't scare you. Small thinking produces small results. Big thinking forces growth. When your goals challenge you, your potential expands. Stop underestimating your capacity. Another invisible reason is that you haven't fully committed. Partial commitment produces partial results. When you keep one foot in and one foot out, you never build momentum. Success requires decision. A real decision removes alternatives. It creates urgency. It forces alignment between your actions and your goals. The truth is, success is rarely blocked by one big mistake. It's blocked by small, invisible patterns repeated daily. Lack of clarity, weak identity, comfort addiction, fear, inconsistency, poor environment, low-value skills, comparison, ego, impatience, low energy, procrastination, divided focus, negative self-talk, small goals, have commitment. These invisible factors quietly shape your life. The good news is this: once you see them, you can change them. Awareness is power. You are not behind. You are not incapable. You are simply unaware of the patterns holding you back. And once you become aware, you gain control. Your success is not a mystery. It is a system. When you fix the invisible problems, visible results begin to appear. Upgrade your identity. Strengthen your discipline. Sharpen your focus. Improve your skills. Control your environment. Think long-term. Protect your energy. Act despite fear. You are closer than you think. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not luck. It is alignment. Align your thoughts, habits, and environment with your goals, and progress becomes inevitable. If this message opened your eyes, don't let it end here. Stay connected with Echoes of Momentum, where we break down the hidden patterns that shape your life and help you build real progress. Subscribe, stay focused, and remember, the reasons holding you back are invisible only until you decide to see them.